Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan and I'm the maker behind Ally Crochet, and if you're one of my fabulous returning crochet friends, then hey, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through a tour of my craft room. I realized that I've never really done a video like this before, so I thought it would be fun to really show you guys around, show you all the different things that I have in here that make me a lot more productive and just really how I function in the space. Also, at the time that you guys are watching this video, I am on my honeymoon, so I needed something kind of faster that I could film in one sitting to make sure that you guys had a video to watch this week. I just did not have any time to film any more crochet content, you guys. It's been a struggle these past few days. But I hope you guys find this video interesting and helpful. I'll try to link all of the different things that I can think of down in the description in case you'd like to check anything out. Before we get into it though, be sure that you like this video and subscribe if you would like to see more crochet content and crochet tutorials and things of the like. But alrighty you guys, let's get into this craft room tour video. So the first area I wanted to show you guys is the packing corner. This is actually probably one of my favorite parts of my packing corner. It's definitely one of like my most productive corners, I guess. The way it's set up is really functional and allows me to get a lot of things done relatively quickly, mostly because of this pegboard over here. So I did get this pegboard on Amazon. Of course, I picked the really cute pink color with the white shelf detailing, but this is basically where I have like all of my packing and shipping supplies hung right here. There's also a few other things hanging here that I'll show you guys. So up here I have all of my tags. So basically whenever anyone purchases something off of my Palm Street, it will get an individual tag on it. So they're just right up there so I can grab them really easily. I also have a few sinker eyes hanging here. This is basically so I can remind myself that I do in fact have these sinker eyes and I need to use them for something. I'm definitely thinking that for these I might make another like jumbo sized Larry, or maybe these green ones over here. Not really sure what I should make with these ones. So they're kind of like a purple color with like this gold tinfoil in them. They are really pretty. I just need to figure out what I want to use them for. But by the way, you guys, all these eyes are by J&K Knotted Co. Shout out Kayla. And then down in these cups I have some needles. These really pretty scissors that I got. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. They're kind of like a crane. There's some needles in here that are really convenient, and then I also have a few hooks in there as well. I tend to not use the grippy hooks as much just because I'm weird and I would actually prefer to use the hooks that are just like plain metal, but whenever I use like larger size hooks, I generally like to use the ones with the grippy on them. And then over here I just have some like random stickers in here, so whenever anybody purchases anything from me, I always throw some stickers in there. Same over here. So this one right here, I have been saving this one because actually I'm about to do my Palm Street live here very shortly. I'll show you guys all my inventory in one second. But as most of you probably know, I just wrote my baby Yeti pattern. So if anybody does get any of my Yetis today, I'm going to put this in their package. I always try to like pick some stickers that either matches their order or I don't know, just kind of like matches their general vibe. Sometimes there's not a lot to go on. It's just a username, but I try to like customize the sticker selection and pick some that I think that they would really particularly like, if that makes sense. And those all just sit right there, so it's very convenient. Then up here, you guys, oh my gosh, this is probably one of the best things that I did to make my shipping process more efficient. So it's just this card here, of course, that says thank you for your support, and then on the back here I have all the things written on here that basically apply to everyone, and then for each order I will write like a customized message for each person depending on what they got. But these have saved me so much time because instead of having to write all of this on every single note that I handwrite, it's already on there, and then I can just write the customized part. Of course, I have my tape. Oh my gosh, you guys, go through so much tape. We also have our scissors here. My eye snapper tool is up here too. You guys, I use this so much. So if you don't know what this is, basically you put that rubber part up against your safety eyes and you just squeeze it to secure the eye in place. I'm definitely someone who likes to place the eye like the tightest as it can be, so it's the most secure. So I use this so much, so that's why it's hanging right there. This is also a sinker eye tool. So a lot of you guys know this is from Christine with What's Up Cupcake. Highly recommend, you guys. It works on like all of these sinker eyes. Before I got this, I was literally using a hammer, and it's a miracle that I never smashed my fingers or anything like that. So this works perfectly. actually. So I have that right here too. Then down here, I have a bunch of different customized stickers and things. So I do have these ones. I believe these are 3x3 stickers. I'll put these on larger size boxes. And then I also have these stickers down here. So I think this is like an inch by a half of an inch. And these typically go on my packages that are a little bit smaller. Of course, I have my business cards here as well. And then I also have these cards here as well. I tend to not use these as much just because I have the business cards, but every once in a while these come in handy just to add a little bit of variety. Of course, I have my lint roller right here. I definitely need to change the sheet on it, but I use that a ton because, as you guys know, I use a lot of chenille yarn and it tends to shed a lot. So I always lint roll everything before I send it out. Then we have our stickers up here. So anything with safety eyes will get one of these on the tags, individually tagged. I have thank you stickers to secure the notes from over there. And then whenever I have return customers, I try to remember to put these stickers on there. It says, OMG, repeat customers are the best. And then up here, I have a cute little plushie that someone sent me. He just lives up here and gives me company. I also have my sunglasses here for those impromptu dance parties. If you know, you know. And then I also have this random candle back here. That is just for decoration because I thought it was cute. Over here, you guys, this is like, my gosh, my bread and butter, my whole world right here. This is basically how I plan out my entire month. So on the first of the month, or even like the 31st, the day before, I will plan out when our Zoom calls for Patreon's going to be, when all of our patterns are going to release, when our YouTube lives are going to be, all of the things. I also plan out like my video schedule and things like that. It just really helps to give me a full view of the month, especially this month since I'm going away for quite a bit of time. So I really had to like cram a bunch of stuff into the first half of the month just to make sure that I was able to get it all done. And then you guys, it's actually a customized calendar. So these are a ton of pictures that I took from the year before. And I don't know, it's just really fun. It adds a lot of like color and a little bit of festivity to this corner and like the planning process. And then you guys, this right here, holy cow. So this is my Munbin printer, and basically it is a thermal shipping label printer. So you'll see back here, I have all of my shipping labels. This is so important, you guys. I use this so much. I use it for all of my Palm Street orders. It is Bluetooth, so it just links up to my computer. And then whenever I purchase a shipping label, it prints directly here. It doesn't take any ink or anything like that. And of course, I got the pink one so that it would match the whole vibe of this corner. You can also use it to print out these custom stickers. Just because I have all of my label stickers over there, I don't really use that feature that much. I mainly just use it for the shipping label part. But if you are looking for something like that, then this would be really great. So that is all of that stuff up there, you guys. So efficient. This makes me, I don't know why I just said that sentence like I was Yoda and I was speaking backwards, but anyway. So when I did my craft room makeover, I think like at the beginning of this year, the only thing that I purchased to make this corner was the pegboard. This down here, if you guys, my OG crochet friends, you might remember this. I have had these for a long time. So I just pushed these into this corner so it would create that like tabletop, and then I could have all the storage down here. So over here, this is not really interesting. This is just kind of like random junk and cords and like just random supplies and things that are in there. Down here, I do have this. This is a ton of like my office supplies and things like that. So whenever I need pencils or erasers. This in here, I have like my scale in here. That's also really important for when you're packaging orders. Highly recommend getting one of those. I have a bunch more sinker eyes and like plastic safety eyes and things in here. And then over here, you guys, I don't know if I've told you this yet, but I have been saving every single yarn label that I have gone through this entire year. They are all in this bin. I was planning on at the end of the year making a reel where I dump them all out and count how many skeins of yarn we've gone through this year. We've got 2 sunflower granny square bags right here. I made this one in my hand, and then this one was made by Kate with Crafty Kate. I'm going to be giving them to a family member. I just haven't seen them in a while. Moving on over here to this corner, you guys, I have this really pretty tapestry. Shout out Crochet Trove by T for making this for me. It is so pretty. And then if we go down here, so this is my whip cart, you guys. Okay, so the center one right there, that's just yarn. There's no whips in that, but I definitely needed a whip cart just because I needed a designated place to put all of my whips that wouldn't make me feel super disorganized. So I have several up there. We have a fuzzy weighted splitting lion that has been up there for quite a while, and I still definitely need to finish that. This is how far I got. He's taking me forever because if you've ever worked with that yarn, then you know. I also started to make a fuzzy weighted Larry. I have all the legs done, but geez, again, this is going to take me a while to make, so we'll see when I'm able to get that done. I also have some demi pearl yarn over here. I don't remember why. Oh gosh. And then I'm making this like fuzzy, like super fuzzy. I think this is, gosh, what's it called? Parfait bunny? Something like that. I'm making a fuzzy bear with it, and I started that so long ago, so I really need to finish that. Maybe we'll do a video in the future where I'm like finishing all my whips. And down here, these are not really whips. These are items that like, I don't really know. It's kind of like I'm going to use them for scrap yarn, if that makes sense. So fun fact, I didn't have a lot of tan yarn when I was designing the hot dog pup pattern. So I actually used this white yarn to design it because I wanted to make sure that I knew what the pattern was going to be before I used my final bit of tan yarn. So that's what this is. And I'm just going to frog it whenever I need more white yarn. And of course, pink color, because that was kind of the theme that I wanted for my craft room. Alrighty, and moving on over here, you guys. So this is the corner that you guys typically see most in all of the videos that I do. Let me show you over here. So back there, we have this custom sign that someone made me. I do have this mushroom lamp up here. I absolutely love it. I saw it in, I think it was in TJ Maxx, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And of course it was pink, so it was perfect. And I had a gift card, so it was a match made in heaven. I also have really cute plushies up here made by Millie, Peyton, and Hannah. And then here is all of my Parfait chunky. And you guys, actually, once we're done with this little tour, we are going to do a little mini yarn haul as well, because as you can see here, there's some gaps in the yarn. I've been going through a lot of white, especially because of all the Yetis that I've been making, plus the snowman pups, and then a lot of red for the Santa pups as well. So I did place an order with Premier and the shipment did come in, so we're going to empty that out. Generally, I like to put things in rainbow order, so that's why you'll see like white to pink to red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, and then to like the tans and browns and blacks down there. Ever since I worked in retail, I can't have something not be in rainbow order. I don't know, it's really weird. I just like need it for my brain to function, I guess. There's also other yarns kind of mixed in here that are a similar weight to Parfait Chunky. Like right here, I have some Hobby Honey Bunny yarn. I believe this is the shade Caramel. And then you guys, oh my gosh, shout out Naughty Pony. I have some Naughty Pony yarn too. Also shout out to Andrea. Thank you so much again for getting me some of this. So this is kind of like velvet meets Parfait Chunky. Highly recommend. It does not shed, you guys. It's absolutely amazing. And then down here, I have a bunch of burlap blanket that I have not used in quite a while because generally I was using the burlap blanket yarn for loaf cats. Many of you guys have told me that I absolutely need to bring the peanut gallery back, and you guys are totally right. Also, I was thinking though, we might like reinvent the peanut gallery with some of my own plushies. We will have to see, but because I haven't really been making loaf cats all that much lately, I've kind of been on a loaf cat hiatus. I got a little like tired of making them, I guess. Don't tell them I said that. So this burnout blanket has just been chilling here until then. I would ideally love to use this for snugglers. I have not really ever made snugglers that much, but I've always wanted to try them. And I always thought that burnout blanket yarn would make really cute snugglers. All right, you guys, and moving on to perhaps one of my favorite corners in the entire craft room. It is, of course, the cozy crochet corner. Sorry, I'm like messing around with the configurement of the camera here. So up here we've got our squishmallows, of course, just for decoration. Shout out Y2K Crochet. My amazing sister-in-law made that hot dog pup for me. And then of course, for all the tapestries, shout out to you guys, because as a community, we built those together and I am so happy that we did. I love these so much. It means so much to me that we can have like a physical representation of our community in all of the videos. Every time I look at these tapestries, they just make me smile and I think of all of you guys. We also have some fun things over here made by friends like Andrea and Alicia. And then a few more cuties down here as well. In case you were wondering, yes, that is a photocopy of a Cheeky Turtle's booty. I just could not resist. We have this floor lamp right here as well, of course, in the pink color. So generally, I use the cozy corner whenever I'm like market prepping basically, or whenever I'm crocheting something that I know the pattern to. So this is just like a really nice area for me to kind of like huddle up in here. I have my table right here so I can put like my laptop, or I also have my crochet little supplies down there. So I can just set up shop over here, and honestly, I could crochet here for hours, you guys. It is so comfy. Whenever I'm pattern writing, I always do that at my desk because I'm doing a lot of like typing and frogging and the whole thing. But this is great for when I'm just relaxing and crocheting. And as you guys are seeing right here, this is all of my inventory that I have for the day. So like I was mentioning, I have my Palm Street Live later. I have a lot of larger things today because I'm trying to get so much done, you guys. So normally I would be using this time to make smaller items to add to the inventory, but because I absolutely have to film this video and I have to write my next pattern as well, this is what we're going with for the Palm Street Live. So I really hope that everybody loves these creations. You guys, oh my gosh, look at my Jumbo Yeti. He is so cute. I used these custom sinker eyes. These are also by J&K Knotted Co. This like faux fur yarn around his face. He is so big. I used Sweet Snuggles yarn with an 8mm hook for him. We also have some Thanksgiving turkeys, some other baby Yetis. Peep my Pusheen cinnamon roll pillow. We've got a Jumbo Larry. We can hardly see him. There he is. He's kind of hiding in there. We also have a Jumbo Thanksgiving turkey. These cute little acorns. I also made a fruit hat ducky. I have not made a fruit hat ducky in so long. Look at this, you guys. This is so cute. That is the only fuzzy weighted item that I have for the day. And then you guys, this is actually the very first time that I'm showing them together. All 3 of the Christmas pups all together. I'm actually revealing this pattern today, so I'm really excited to hear what everybody thinks about it and to surprise everybody with that pattern. Of course, the YouTube members and Patreon friends already know what it is. Whenever I'm getting ready for a market, I typically put all of my inventory, whoopsie, I'm trying to configure this camera. I typically put all of my inventory up there, and then when the market day actually comes, I will put it down here like in the corner so that it's easier for me to get, and then I can like have it in the backgrounds of my Palm Street Live as well. Now you guys, moving over here to this corner, so we have even more yarn basically and some more supplies too. So up here I actually have a pizza turtle that is for somebody specifically, so I'm waiting to give that to someone. I need to make some more fruit hat cows because I still have those hats left, but over here of course I have my sloth and my Pusheen. They're just for decoration. I still have some more rainbow yarn as well. These are the only 3 skeins that I have left. In my crates here I have some more eyes. I have some sinker eyes. I have some stitch markers. There's more eyes right here, more hooks with like the grippy detail. Shout out Brookie, she made me this. I have all of my worsted weight yarn over here. The plan was to use this for my marketplace, and I really have not been able to make very many things for that because I've been so busy with pattern writing and Palm Street Lives and things like that. So hopefully I'll be able to get to that soon. I also have all of these safety eyes as well. Typically this is where I pull mostly from my safety eyes, and the ones that I showed you guys in the bin over there, I'll like refill it from there, if that makes sense. All of my Feels Like Bliss yarn is neatly wound down there. I also have my printer down there. And then finally, you guys, this is the corner where I have pretty much all of my yarn from Michaels. So this is all of the Sweet Snuggles Light, Sweet Snuggles, and Chenille Home and Chenille Home Slim. Rest in peace. I have like a nice little stockpile of that, of the brown down there. Once that stash is gone, it's going to be very sad, but this is where I pull most of that yarn from. Also, shout out Hannah. This is the giant queen loaf cat that she made me. I have a secret plan for all of this teal yarn, so you guys will see that probably when I get back from my honeymoon. There's some more yarn up here that I also have plans for. And then of course, finally, all of this is in rainbow order because like I said, it has to be in rainbow order. I do have some more Feels Like Bliss yarn in here, and then also some sinker eyes as well. I guess as I'm making this video, I'm realizing that my sinker eyes are kind of like sprinkled around the room a little bit. This is my Kato I-cord machine that I was using to make those garlands that I showed you guys before. And then I also just have like random little plushies throughout. Shout out Sophia and shout out Maddie and Hannah. Look at this cute little taco cat. So adorable. So in here, I have all of my yarn storage, basically. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this before, but this is basically like all of my yarn scraps, essentially, or things that are like too small to still have on the shelf, if that makes sense. So whenever I'm grabbing a color, I always check in here to make sure that I don't have a little scrap of it before opening a new skein. I did wind a lot of these, like you can see all those in there were wound, so that really helped to kind of make this more organized in here and a lot less tangled than before. I also have some kind of random yarn in there that I really need to figure out what I want to do with. And then finally, you guys, this is probably the part that you never really see because normally I'm filming from this direction. So this is my desk. This is where I spend the most time. This is where I edit videos, write all my patterns, answer emails and messages, all of the things. So I have my desktop up there and then I also have my laptop. It just kind of depends like what I'm doing. This is a standing desk that I've had for such a long time. It's really convenient because whenever I feel like standing up, I can move it up. And then of course, whenever I want to sit, I can sit down. Shout out to Mr. LA. This was a chair that he got me several years ago for Christmas and it is so comfortable. This is my keyboard. It is like the most satisfying thing ever. So some of you guys have been asking me about lighting. So this is the desk light that I use. I really like it because you can really like adjust the placement of it and everything. I also use this. Fun fact, I use this to film all of my tutorials. So I just set the camera right here. I like move this lamp forward, set the camera right here. It points down directly at my desk and that's how I film all the tutorials. I didn't need to get like one of those fancy specific ones that like only fit your phone, if that makes sense. That was just kind of like a fun little accident. This is a BenQ light, I believe. And then I did want to highlight these. So these are lights that I found on Amazon. And one of the reasons that I got these, so of course it provides really nice natural lighting for the room, always, all the time. These blinds are always open. I just shut these because of course now I'm like filming in this direction. But at every other point in the day, these blinds are open. So I'm getting that natural light, but these just kind of like add to it as well. So it just makes everything a lot brighter in here, which is a lot nicer when like filming videos and things like that and taking pictures. But one of the reasons I got these lights is because if you push this button, whoa, it will change colors, you guys. So if you've ever joined me for any of my YouTube lives, you've probably noticed that the lighting is different and this will change into all of these different lighting options. It is so fun to play with, you guys. Literally, you can just go through the entire rainbow. And then of course we can also change like the brightness too. So you can make it like more like a hospital, which I don't know why you would want to do that, but you could. And then you could make it dimmer and then more bright as well. Also very important, my disco ball is right back there. If you know, you know. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of talking. I don't think I've ever shown you guys in that much detail around the whole craft room before. So I hope you guys liked that. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about where I got anything or anything like that, a lot of stuff will be linked in the description, but feel free to comment below as well. And I'll try to like let you know where everything is from. Some of the things like the shelving back there, these right here, like I've had them for such a long time. So I don't even remember where I got some of them, but for most of the other things, I can let you know where I got them. So now, as promised, we are going to do a little mini yarn haul. I got some Parfait chunky yarn from Premier, and when I placed this order, it was on sale as well, so that was nice. They had like this really long sale, I think in the month of October, where everything was 20% off, I believe, so I made sure to kind of stock up on the different yarns that I needed. They had teddy bear, you guys, they had teddy bear. For those of you who don't know, teddy bear is one of those shades where they kind of always seem to be out of it for whatever reason. I think it's just a really popular color. And because I saw that they had teddy bear this time and it hasn't been in stock like the past 3 times I've gone to order yarn, I made sure to get quite a bit of it. I just can't remember how many skeins I got of it, probably like 5, I think. I might even need to use this box today. If somebody gets one of the jumbo ones like the Yeti or the Turkey or Larry, I might need to use this box to send it out to them. Oh my gosh, you guys, wait, this video is going to come out on the 13th. Guys, there is still time. Okay, Premier Week sale. This video is not sponsored, by the way. Up to 60% off. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, let's get into our yarn here. So I got 1 skein of black yarn. Typically what I do is anytime I start to see gapping in the shelf back here, I will order more of that yarn. That's also another reason why I just like to have everything displayed here so I can see all of my inventory and what I need to order more of. I got 2 more skeins of yellow yarn. This is the shade Sunshine. Typically, I try to keep my shades to like 1 shade per color, if that makes sense. So I always buy Sunshine. I hardly ever buy the other yellow shade just because I don't want to confuse myself, basically. Sometimes the shades are really, really close together and I would hate to start getting that one and then get confused and think that they would match, and then I'd be making a project and it wouldn't work. So I always just stick to like the same shades, if that makes sense, unless there's like multiple shades in a color that I want. Like I have multiple shades of green and then multiple shades of blue, like this one. This is the light blue color, but this is so different from like the seaside blue, which is the one in the middle over here. It's like a very vibrant blue, and then the peacock is a much more like darker blue, if that makes sense. We also got some more emerald. I love this color. It's one of my favorite colors. I got some of this because yeah, I used a lot of it for when I was designing Larry. Oh yeah, you guys, so I got a ton of the almond butter. Guys, I'm so excited that Parfait Chunky now has like a tan colored yarn, especially when I was making a lot of hot dog pups. Oh my gosh, I think I would usually, when they didn't have it before, I would get yarn from Hobby. I would get the nougat color, and that works really well as too. So if you prefer that, that's another really great option. But this is super nice because if I'm already ordering from Premier, then I can just get the almond butter yarn. This is going to come in handy as I design my next pattern, which I'm currently working on right now. It's going to come out in late November, so hint, hint. Up next here, oh, I see the teddy bear in the bag. I'm so excited. Up next here we have, I believe this is chocolate. Really nice dark color. I've been making a lot of the sitting pups in that color lately. Next we also have 2 skeins of the mustard yarn. I also got 1 more skein of bubblegum. This is one of my favorite pink shades. I use that a lot. We also got 2 skeins of the key lime. Again, I was using a lot of this for when I made Larry. I was just refer to him as Larry. Of course, Larry the land turtle. And then this is cotton candy. Really, really pretty. I use this a lot for like the blush detailing and things like that. I did get 3 skeins of the cream color. Oh no! Guys, I forgot to order more white, like the stark white. I thought that I ordered that. I guess I didn't. Maybe I used a bunch of it when I was designing the Yeti, and then that was after I'd already placed the order. I guess that's what happened. But anyway, I have a bunch of cream yarn. It's basically the same thing, so if I did want to make another Yeti with this, it would totally be fine. It's really close to like the stark white color. This is also incredibly soft too, you guys, so very exciting. I got 4 skeins of it because, oh yeah, I'm totally out of it up there. I only have 1 skein left of the white yarn and none left of the cream. So when I place the next order, I'm gonna have to get more white. We have 1 skein of cardinal and then 2 of espresso. So espresso is slightly darker than the chocolate yarn. I can show you guys the difference here. So the one on the top is the chocolate and the one on the bottom is the espresso. We have another skein of eggplant. It's that darker purple color. Now here we go, you guys. Let's see. Okay, I got 5 skeins of teddy bear. I had to do it. They have not had teddy bear in so long, and I love this shade. It's very versatile and you can use it for so many different things. Also, hint, hint, this is another really important color that I'm going to be using for the pattern that I'm designing right now. So tan and brown. You guys have any ideas what that could be? I'm building a pyramid of yarn right here. My gosh. Hopefully it doesn't topple over. Oh, hold on. I got another skein of almond butter. So I ended up getting 4 of that and then 1 more skein of seaside. We've got 1 skein of tangerine and then 1 skein of navy. And then finally, you guys, we have 2 skeins of seal. I definitely needed more of this. I only have 1 skein of it left. I've been making a lot of sitting pups using this. Okay, so if I counted correctly, I believe that in total we got 36 skeins of yarn. It was definitely a larger order. But with all the pattern writing and Palm Street Lives that I've been doing lately, I have been going through the Parfait Chunky yarn. Oh my gosh, can I just show you guys really quickly what the desk looks like right now with all of the yarn on it? I'm really surprised that this pyramid has not toppled over yet. But alrighty, you guys, let's organize all of our yarn. And there we go, you guys. The Parfait Chunky has been fully restocked. It looks so satisfying. Between when I placed this order and now, I definitely used a lot of the Stark white yarn and the red yarn. So when I go eventually to order more, those will definitely be on the list, but I shouldn't have to order any more for quite a while now. Especially now that I'm designing so much, it's really important for me to have like all of the different colors, just because if I do go to design something and I don't have the colors for it, then it would just be really stressful. Also, I usually try to design things first in Parfait Chunky just because I feel like that size and weight of yarn is kind of like the size that people most commonly use. So I typically start there and then I'll make it in the jumbo yarn or Feels Like Bliss after that, essentially. But you guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching the craft room tour and for doing this little yarn haul with me. I'm really happy that I was able to get this video together pretty quickly for you guys so that you could have a video this week. And in next week's video, you guys, we are going to be releasing the tutorial for the Christmas pup dress up. The written pattern will also be available on my Etsy. Definitely recommend that because there are a lot of different components to the pattern, and if you're an experienced crocheter, you would probably prefer to have all of it just in one document. But the tutorial is going to come out next Thursday on the 20th. It's gonna have all 3 mods in the video. I worked really hard to get that together for you guys so that it would come out while I was away. So I really hope that you guys enjoy that. Just look at it as a little like Christmas present from me to you guys. If you're gonna make any of them, please tag me so I can see. As always, if you're crocheting while watching this video, let all of us know what you're making in the comments. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!